Hello, welcome back to MFWoodShop 2. Just some little updates here going on. This past week I went to Rutgers. It's a makerspace here in Indianapolis. I met up with Guy Dunlap at Guy's Woodworking. Yeah. And Tim Babb from Woodworking Maniac. He was there as well. And a bunch of other people that I met there, and I had a good time. Everybody was in town for the Festool Connect thing going on every year. I didn't get a chance to go to that, but I did meet them up at Rutgers and just hung out and drank beer and checked out that makerspace. Very cool place that Rutgers is. So if you get a chance, if you're in Indianapolis, go check that out. That's pretty cool. The other things I've been doing here in the shop is I've been working on putting the rest of the quick disconnect cables on all my tools. I've added a shop vac, and I've added my Craig Foreman tool as well. And once I get everything situated and play with it for a little bit, I am going to do a follow-up video on my main channel with that quick disconnect system. Right now I think I got 10 to 12 tools, somewhere like that, using that cable or that system, and it's been working out fine. I noticed it on my last project that I did, which the video hasn't came out yet. It is the handy lamp. I take a light bulb socket and I molded my hand around that socket in plaster, and I'm holding a light bulb and I made a lamp out of it. It turned out really cool. I can't wait to show you guys. The other thing I've been doing here in the shop is I've been working on the lighting here in the shop. So now directly above me right here, I got three 4-foot fluorescent bulbs with the T8 2900 lumen bulbs. And then I just recently finished up 4-foot lamps on the other side of the shop, and it makes a huge difference. And one of the best parts about this is I can come into the garage, flick the switch, and all the lights come on. I don't have to plug in my lamps anymore and mess with all that stuff, trying to aim the light where I need it to and do all that other stuff. So that's working out really good, and I'm really happy with the lighting right now. Now, I have had some questions about the lightings that I've been putting in the shop. I've been picking up these 4-foot fluorescent lights at Walmart. The fixture is about $10, and the 2-pack bulbs are about $8. So for roughly $20, you can get one single light. And I got I got 7 altogether. So you can do the math on how much money I spent. So a little over $100, and it's well worth it. So just a few other things I've been working on here in the shop, and I'll walk you around the shop and just show you. So one of the things I've been doing, I've been still working on the organization of the drawers. This is one of the drawers in the miter saw station. I put a keyboard and the mouse, and I finally got a computer where it can be hooked up right above me. I'll show you that here in a second. I had a little bit of material left from when I made a custom cover for the assembly table, so I just put that in there to more or less act as a mouse pad, but it's just spray glued on there. It's not sticking very well, but it dresses it up a little bit. The keyboard just sits right in there, and then I put a couple pen organizers and a couple other scrap organizers just for some little things like glue and jigsaw blades and stuff like that. I think eventually this drawer is going to end up being my camera drawer, where I can store my camera equipment and everything. I have it over on the other drawer over there, but I think it's going to be better all here in one place. So up here I got my computer monitor slash TV slash anything I want up here, and I got it hooked up to a laptop that's over here that's always on. All I have to do is click the mouse and everything comes on. And that laptop was given to me by Jason McGinn, a good friend of mine, McGinn's Wood Shop. You can go check him out on YouTube. He gave that laptop to me when I got the X-Carve and that was my dedicated X-Carve computer. I'm still using it for SketchUp out here in the shop, and watch YouTube videos or whatnot. I did put a external one of these things, webcam. Sorry, put an external webcam out here so I could actually start. I've been thinking about doing some live YouTube videos, and that will help me with that. The quality's not great on this camera, but it's what I had laying around. So in this drawer over here underneath my workbench, I added another organizer. We got some more pens and pencils and stuff, some batteries for the digital calipers, scissors, some compasses, all my tape measures that I don't use all the time. Those are just really backups. Some spare parts. Here's some bearings back here. Extra ping pong balls. Over here is where all my camera equipment is right now, and I think I'm going to put it in that first drawer that I just showed you, and then use this drawer for other things. Now you may remember the video where I built the cabinet to store all my table saw sleds, and I can slide all my sleds right in and out of this section underneath my tool bench, and it works great, and I love it. Just recently I added another sled. I wouldn't say it's a sled. It's actually a shooting board. Or not a shooting board, a bench hook, and it's a long one. So it's just a simple board over here on top, and then another board on the bottom. Then I can hook this on the side of my workbench or my table saw or something, and do planing or whatever I want. So it's just a large bench hook. And it just slides in here with the rest of my sleds, and it's out of the way, and it's a wide surface. So I've seen some bench hooks before, and they're just kind of real small, and they don't need to be big. It just depends on what you're planing or doing with it, but this gives me more options in the future where I can do other things to it. I'm thinking on one side I'm going to actually make a shooting board, put the board up and just run a plane on its side, and then I have a shooting board on one side and then a bench hook on the other side. So I've been thinking about that. So really up to this point, this was my main lighting in the shop. I had 3 of these can lights that I put these big curly Q bulbs in, and they worked great, and they give a good spotlight to where you're working. But now with the other lights that's in the shop, I'm hoping not to need those anymore. The downside to these is you always got these cords hanging around. You always have to find somewhere to clamp them, and you have to plug them in every time. So that was getting really annoying for me, and I think what I'm going to do, maybe in the future, or I'll at least try it, I'll hang these lights above the miter saw station, because it seems a little dark over there, and I'll point them towards the miter saw station just to see if I need to add another light over there, or maybe just permanently hang these and point them over there, or something in that nature. So I had those 3 lights, and then I had about 5 or 6 of these just around the shop as well. And up until this point, they worked fine. It's just I want better videography, and I want better lighting in here. And after getting all these lights in here now, I was way underutilizing lights because it is a lot brighter in here. And in my opinion, the best part is I can walk in the shop, hit one switch, all the lights come on, and I'm good. Hey, thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate you tuning in to the second channel. If you haven't done so already, my main channel link is down below, and there'll be some links for some other videos down there below, things that I mentioned today. When you use my links down below, that really helps me out a lot here in the shop, and it just gives me a little bit of kickback. So I really appreciate using those links. Just because you're watching today and I mentioned that handy lamp, you guys can have the first look at the handy lamp video. I'll put a link in the description below for that before it goes live. So you guys get a sneak peek at the handy lamp video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.